Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Hall, and this is your full moon reading with angel guidance for July 23rd through August 8th, 2021. Emotional healing and karmic balance are the themes of this energy cycle. If you've been praying for positive change, know that your prayers are being answered and that inner healing is a necessary part of bringing those positive changes about. Get ready and let's receive the angels' messages now. Let's begin by taking in a deep healing breath together. Hold the intention you wish to offer the angels in your heart now. And then with your next exhale, you can visualize that you are surrendering your intention to the angels fully. The angels are communicating that no matter when or where you are watching this, they are now bathing you in nurturing, healing light. This light is infused with the exact energy and support you need in this moment to align with the perfect fulfillment of your intentions. Now that you are connected with the angels' light and healing, continuing to breathe it in, they have some messages for you. They want you to know that the path ahead is bringing you a healing phase in your life. On July 23rd, the full moon will be in the sign of Aquarius with a cosmic energy alignment that will be naturally guiding that which needs to be healed in your life to the surface of your awareness. Aquarius is the water bearer and symbolizes the gift of being able to collect water, which symbolizes emotion, and transmute it with air, symbolizing intellect. Aquarius, the water bearer, or transmuter of emotion into knowledge and wisdom, then pours that water, that intuitive knowledge, back down into the world, bringing a consciousness shift. This act of transmutation is a healing and nourishing act. And this theme of emotional discovery transmuted into wisdom, healing, and positive change are with us throughout this moon cycle. Now, another cosmic energy worth highlighting comes to us from Venus, the planet of love, comforts, and relationships. And this particular alignment is likely to bring your need for love to the surface of your awareness. This will help you to become aware of anything that might be blocking love in your life so that you can heal it. This means that it's possible for relationship tensions to arise, whether centered around your relationship with yourself or your relationships with those closest to you. Essentially, you may find yourself more sharply aware of how you need and want to be loved and supported. If there are any blockages or deficits in that love, you'll feel it. If these tensions arise, the angels are guiding you to ask your inner self what needs to be seen within your heart. Ask what needs to be understood and loved better within you. Ask whether there is anything you need to release in your beliefs, thoughts, or lifestyle in order to heal. Then offer yourself that love, support, and nurturing. We are called to do our own inner work in becoming whole and balanced with love, rather than expecting for our partners to do it for us. It's not fair to ask someone else to do something for you that really you ideally should be doing for yourself. You are your own most powerful healer. When you, by your own free will and inner achievement, arrive at your own healing, it is a true healing because only you can shift your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and relationship with the world around you. Take responsibility for your healing and know that when you do, you'll make yourself far more available and conscious for the act of co-creating fulfilling love relationships with others. In other words, your relationships with others will heal and can become deeply fulfilling. But first, you're being guided to heal yourself and take responsibility for the power and change that only you can enact. According to the angels, the healing energy of this cycle ahead is going to run deep. So not only will it be activating deeper awareness of healing that is required in your current immediate circumstances, but it will also be activating karmic healing that flows directly through your ancestral lineage. Karma is the flow of life lessons that guide us through our awakening to truth. Oftentimes, life lessons are passed down generationally. Parents teach their children based on the best of what they know about how to love and relate with others. Those children internalize those lessons, shape them through their own choices and experiences. Then they pass them down again to the next generation. According to the angels, right now, there are deep healing waves moving through the human collective that are guiding us to heal the past, the roots and foundations of our current state of being. And though this may move you to face things that may not always make you feel comfortable, this healing holds incredible potential for empowerment, self-liberation, and entry into a higher level of loving awareness. So don't be afraid to look deeper at any issues that arise in your life at this time. Ask yourself if any relationship patterns you are seeing seem to relate to the things you learned from your parents. Invite your angels into your heart and allow them to show you where you can offer a higher consciousness of love, compassion, and forgiveness towards that which may have limited love in your past conditioning. As you do so, the angels will be supplying you with wise insights related to the spiritual work that has been passed down to you through your ancestry. You chose this spiritual work, this particular karma or lesson, when your soul specifically elected to incarnate into your family. You are therefore the one we've been waiting for, the one destined to break the spell of fear from the past and claim a new horizon of love and truth. As you hold space for your emotions, thoughts, and inner discoveries this moon cycle, the angels ask you to keep one important goal in mind. Make peace. Make peace with that which has caused conflict or pain in the past by choosing compassionate non-judgment and acceptance in your mindset. The angels know that it is hard to accept what doesn't seem to be perfect, but they invite you to accept it anyways. The angels want you to know that your peace doesn't hinge on whether or not the situation outside of you is the way you want it to be, but rather it is based on your level of willingness to accept and allow what is, with faith and trust that healing goodness is always flowing through everything. The angels want you to hear this. It is time to love and accept yourself unconditionally, no matter what state you are in. It is time to accept the situations around you that don't seem to be ideal from your current level of awareness. Your acceptance opens the gates to sweet healing nectar from the divine. The angels want you to know that everything is going to be well, and that everything is being taken care of by the perfect divine harmony that is constantly flowing through everything. And yes, through this healing, change might come. Even if this makes you feel uncertain, the angels ask you to accept and trust it. Have faith that whatever needs to fall away is serving the rebirth that you are praying for right now. The healing transformation within is what is fueling the outer change or fulfilled goal that you have been journeying towards for quite some time. Heal your foundation first, then the seeds of your intention can be planted in fertile, nourishing soil. This is the key to everything that you want right now. With that in mind, let's get some more specific guidance for you on the path ahead by pulling some cards. Today, I am working with the Angel Tarot cards by Radleigh Valentine. All three of the cards I'm about to pull are going to apply to your path, but I want you to think of a number 1, 2, or 3 and focus on whichever number calls to you the most right now. Law of attraction is perfect, and that number is going to be the card with a very special message for you from the angels. The card with the messages that will be leading the chapter ahead for you the most. So go ahead and focus on number 1, 2, or 3, and let's dive in. Our first card is Queen of Earth. Queen of Earth. Beautiful. This card, not surprisingly, coincides perfectly with the healing theme of this entire angel transmission we've been receiving. The Queen of Earth symbolizes balancing in your relationship with yourself and others. She is a healing force who guides you to make time to prioritize your emotional well-being and your relationship bonding time. She also guides you in finding the perfect balance between fulfilling your needs and the needs of others. This means that with this energy, there will come lessons on boundaries. You are responsible for your own inner well-being, and you are perfectly empowered to support it. Don't make it someone else's job to fix you. And on the other side of the coin, don't hold yourself overly responsible for others. Hold healthy boundaries wherein you expect others to care for their own inner needs while you take responsibility for yours. Together, you and your loved ones can then work as a team to uphold like values. The only exception to this lies, of course, in parent-child relationships. Obviously, children do need for their parents to help support their inner needs and teach them about what it means to properly love, honor, and care for themselves through their emotions. In these relationships, the Queen of Earth card is going to be teaching you how to balance self-care with care for your children, as modeling this balance will be paramount to teaching your children how to properly support and love themselves for the rest of their lives. And speaking of parenting and children, this card is also a strong sign that your inner child is going to be the focus on the healing work you'll be guided to do on the path ahead. With that in mind, listen to your innermost feelings. The voice of those feelings is your inner child. Support your inner child with kindness, understanding, patience, and acceptance. This approach will revolutionize your level of self-love and guide you into balanced, fulfilling relationships. Our second card is the Lovers. The Lovers. Again, law of attraction is perfect, as this card just fits so well into the messages. When the Lovers card appears, it is directing you to examine your intimate relationships. For those of you who are already in a romantic relationship, this means you'll be examining, healing, and upgrading your relationship to a new level of love and honesty. For those who are not currently in a romantic partnership, this card signifies that you will be receiving life lessons and deep-level healing that will guide you to prepare for a future partnership. The angels want you to know that no matter what your current relationship status is, you're being guided to examine your past relationships. All the past relationships that have informed the way that you engage in love and emotional intimacy now are surfacing with the opportunity for you to heal them. The thing to keep in mind here is forgiveness. You are being guided to forgive and thereby release and heal anything that ever caused you to block or resist the flow of love in the past. If you were hurt or betrayed, you're being guided to forgive this and thereby allow love's energy to realign you with trust and openness to love. If you're in a relationship, this can be a great time to have long, loving, collaborative discussions together. Talk about your needs and your feelings. Talk about why you see, feel, and are the way you are, and how you can upgrade those things in order to support shared values with your partner. If, for example, you value trust, talk about what trust has meant to you on your life's journey and how you can heal yourself or step into a higher version of yourself so as to value and uphold trust at an even better level in your relationship. If you're single, this can be a beautiful time to engage in journaling, therapy, or prayers to manifest your future partner. Journal the discoveries that you make about your personal relationship with love. The universe is guiding you now into the perfect lesson or relationship that will open you to love at the level that you are ready for right now. Our third card is the Knight of Water. Knight of Water. The Knight of Water is all about the need for emotional balance. This card often appears in our lives when we might be on a bit of a roller coaster ride when it comes to love or emotions. The Knight of Water is sort of like the Romeo of the tarot in that he represents big emotional swings. Romeo is a character who is either all the way in love or all the way in despair and not always making practical decisions. So, if big emotional waves are moving through your life, then this is your sign to slow down and ground your energy and mindset. Wait for the wave or the storm to pass before you make a decision. There's no need to rush yourself, force anything, or push ahead before you're ready. Instead, ground and center yourself in patient, loving observation of your feelings. When a feeling is observed, it is not overtaking you. This is the path to higher perspective and wisely understanding what it is that you truly need beneath the emotional waves. So to sum up, this time might be full of emotional discoveries or much needed emotional release, but you don't have to make major life decisions based on those emotions. The emotional storm will pass. Wait to survey the territory afterwards before you decide anything. It's well worth it to allow the healing to complete before you take those next steps. Thank you so much for watching. If these messages resonated with you, do hit the like button so that this content will rise to the top and help other people on their paths too. I'd also love to hear from you on how these messages are feeling in your life. So comment below and let me know. Also, I have an important announcement. Enrollment for my Angelic Ascension Coaching Program is officially open. If you are interested, you can click the link below or visit ascensionwithsarah.com, where you can schedule your free one-on-one call with me. We'll discuss your spiritual path and see how working with the angels can play an empowering, healing role in your life. This will be a super, super valuable call, especially if you are someone who's feeling guided to channel the angels as part of your life's work. I can't wait to connect with you, and spots are filling up fast, so go ahead and make sure that you sign up right away. Also, if you'd like to receive regular angel messages, do keep in touch with me on social media via the links that I left for you below, and join my email list where I'll send you channeled messages to guide you on your path. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and know as always that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye.